I remember my mom being a stripper. I remember her bringing guys home all the time. I remember living in hotel rooms or motel rooms. I remember her always telling me to be a man and stop crying when I was 8 years old. She cheated on my dad, got remarried to another man, cheated on him, left him for another man, cheated on him, and
I was deployed to Iraq from October 2008 to October 2009. It was 3 months before we were coming home. We passed this convoy. When we got back, we heard what happened. They were covering the truck with a tarp.
We first introduced you to Andrew O'Brien and his story last March. When he was active duty Army, the Iraq vet tried to kill himself, but he survived the drug overdose.
Michelle Williams is on trial for the murder of her husband, Greg.
An elaborate cover-up. This story continues to evolve.
The media following every twist and turn in the murder case. But the most devastating witness to take the stand.
It's her own son, her own adult son. It's Andrew O'Brien.
After Greg fell asleep, Michelle shot him in the head with his own gun, then arranging the evidence and cleaning up the crime scene to look like the killer was an intruder.
Michelle asked me to call some friends and have them frame Kathy.
You were brought up to the witness stand to testify about your mother. How did you feel?
God, it was probably the worst feeling I've ever had. When they asked me to point to Michelle Williams, I could not make eye contact.
When we first met Andrew O'Brien, he was about to embark on a crusade, talking about his suicide experience to complete strangers. The vet went on to tell Andrew that one of his talks helped the vet put that gun down.
And so to actually hear the intenseness that my family, or that my speech brought to this guy was just amazing. It was awesome. I loved it. That's the whole point of doing this.
He's been all over the country connecting with audiences.
I feel like I'm actually doing something. I have a purpose and I'm doing something important.